Today I will be presenting my research proposal. It is The Rise of Dysphomism in Gen Z Dominated Platform, a social linguistic examination of vulgar language and its recontextualization. So this presentation will include introduction, research question, research objectives, literature review, methodology, result and discussion, and an expected contribution. So, for background, language is evolving rapidly in the digital era, and then Gen Z has developed a unique communication style through social media. There's also a rise in the casual use of dysphomism, and this expression may seem inappropriate to older generation. But Gen Z uses them to express humor, irony, closeness, or approval. The research question are what dysphomistic expression are used on Gen Z dominated digital platforms? How are the dysphomistic expression used on Gen Z dominated digital platform recontextualized? And what social function do dysphomistic expression used on a Gen Z dominated digital platform serve? The research objective, first of all, it is to identify dysphomistic expression used on Gen Z dominated digital platforms. Second of all, to analyze the recontextualization of dysphomistic expression used on Gen Z dominated digital platform. And then the third one is to examine the social function of dysphomistic expression used on Gen Z dominated digital platforms. The literature review will include dysphomism and usage of vulgar language, recontextualization, social linguistic, Jacobson theory of language function, and Gen Z dominated platform. So, first of all, dysphomism. Dysphomism is an expression with connotation that are offensive either about the denotatum or to the audience or both. Previous study of dysphomism focus on offensive language in online hate comments, and there are found a type of dysphomism: taboo terms, swearing, animal comparison, physical insults, etc. And then there are identified 9 functions of dysphomism in online discourse, included analysis of dysphomistic emojis as nonverbal expression. And it also highlighted how dysphomism shapes online aggression and expression. Previous study of vulgar language explored social linguistic function and cultural significance of vulgar words. Found that vulgar terms evolved due to social and historical changes, like migration, war, or urbanization. Categorized different types of vulgar words in Albanian and then noted that some terms lose their vulgarity over time. Concluded that vulgarity is socially constructed and context dependent. This also supports the idea that language reflects changing cultural norms. And recontextualization, semantic change refers to the evolution of word meanings over time and is overdriven by social, cultural, and contextual influences. It is also referred to as semantic shift, drift, broadening, or progression. This research aligned with semantic change through recontextualization, which means shift in new environments. In digital slang, recontextualization explains how familiar words gain new connotations and functions. Social linguistics is a study of the relationship between language and society, which entails practicing a different way of doing linguistics that is very much influenced by work in the social sciences. It is focusing on how language is used by people in everyday social interaction. And then Jacobson theory of language function. Language operates through 6 language functions that explains how language operates within different communicative settings. There are referential, poetic, emotive, connotative, phatic, and metalingual. Gen Z as dominated platform. We use X as the Gen Z dominated platform because with this data that we have on X, or formerly known as Twitter demographic, Gen Z is on the highest percentage, and Gen Z is dominating on Twitter mostly. The methodology will be our approach will use textual analysis, which is exploring how vulgar words traditionally considered offensive are recontextualized in digital spaces, and also social linguistics using Jacobson theory to determine which category and then analysis the social function or context of the world. And the data source we use is X, formerly known as Twitter screenshots, which is the Gen Z dominated platform. And lastly, the expected contribution is to examine how Gen Z recontextualized this feministic expression to convey humor, irony, emotion, and group identity. It also contributes to the understanding of how vulgar language can serve meaningful communicative and cultural function, and also offers a foundation for further studies in digital social linguistics, youth language, and informal online communication. That's all from me. Thank you so much for watching.